certainly look at them and address some of them we can quickly address. Then Chinedu, thank you for commending us on the Ebu-Ubiaja Road. In fact, that particular project was commissioned by Mr. Vice President on behalf of the President about 10 days ago at the end of the National Council on Works in Asaba, because it connects Delta and Edo State, and it has the effect of reducing travel time between Onitsha to Abuja by about 1 hour 45 minutes. It's a wonderful one, and we urge Nigerians to make use of that particular road. The other question, what is happening on the Ibadan, Oyo, Ogbomoso-Ilorin dualization? Like he rightly pointed out, the first and the third session of that road have been completed. The first session was completed by PW, which I commissioned last year. The third session was commissioned even before the advent of the Jonathan administration. But the middle session, which is from Oyo to Ogbomoso, that session is the only outstanding session. It is ongoing. It is being handled by one of our very good contractors, and they are doing well on that project. The challenge has been funding the road development, and we are looking into that. It's one of the roads we have selected for enhanced funding. All things being equal, we should be able to devote more funds to this road by next year, and that will bring it to quick completion. On the Katsina-Ala-Ogoja-Ugep road, yes, this road is ongoing. It is not true that there is no contractor on this road. On this road, we have two sections of the road. I think the mistake is that where we have a subsisting contract on this road, it is not on the entire alignment. There are specific changes that were scoped in this ongoing contract. But the idea is that once these changes have been completed, we will now move on to the outstanding change. I'm sure the area you are complaining about is part of the outstanding section of the road that is yet to be awarded. I want to assure you, we'll look at that, and once that is done, be rest assured that we'll have competent contractors there. CCECC is working there. Piccolo Brunelli is also working there. So I know the road very well, and I believe that we'll tackle it in due time. Thank you very much.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want to call on the Senior Special Assistant to the President of Public Affairs for a brief presentation. Please, before we take the questions for the Honorable Minister of Trade.
Well, just to make us unwind a little bit, my brother Shegun Awolowo was asking what happened to the cake. He said, since the Minister of Finance brought national cake here, why are we not sharing it? Unfortunately, the staff, they have actually taken typical Nigerian issue. They've taken the cake away. Now, the way we are now, and from what we have heard for the last 4 days, it is quite obvious that this president and his administration have been working hard. Is that not correct? So give him a round of applause. There are a few, but very powerful, very boisterous people amongst us. They are a minority, but because of their positions and because of the powers they have and because of the loudness of their voices, they seem to subdue the good work that the president is doing. Before we close this very important occasion, because I know that we are being watched worldwide, nationwide, globally really, we want to set up an army of people who believe in Goodluck Jonathan and the work that his administration is doing. It is not that evil men will not do something, but it is worse when good men refuse to resist evil. The Bible says, resist the devil and he shall flee from you. Is that not correct? Yes. Therefore, I'm calling on men and women, young children, youths of goodwill who appreciate what Mr. President is doing and what Mr. President is also still capable of doing more to stand up now and stand up for and with Goodluck Jonathan. I want to unveil this very, very small. Which one this I should pull? Oh? This one. Can I call? Yes, sir. Please join me, sir. Honorable Minister, I know that you're already standing in red for Jonathan.
Yes.
That's it.
Never, never. Come and see it. Come and see. Come and see it.
Come and see. Come and see what Goodluck has done.
I see what the Lord has done. Cast your vote.
Cast your vote.
Cast your vote.
Cast your vote.
Cast your vote for believe you know. Keep voting Goodluck Jonathan.
Thank you very much. The question and answer continues.
Thank you very much. We're going to take the Honorable Minister of Industry, Trade and Investments, Dr. Olusegun Aganga, responding to the questions he has already. Thank you. You're welcome, sir.
So the cake didn't disappear after all. It's here. Right. Let me say a very big thank you to Mr. Okechukwu, who asked the first question, and I think his question, if I got it right, was that there's a lot of distraction in Nigeria, and yet Nigeria has succeeded in attracting an unprecedented level of investment in the last 4 years. What did we do differently from other countries? Now, I will tell you, I'll just answer it in 4 different ways. The first one is that rather than rely on the international community telling our story, we told our own stories. And we told our stories using facts and figures. We told our stories using independent international sources of information, so that there was no doubt in terms of credibility. If I say I have a big market of 170 million people growing at 3% per annum, that Nigeria will be the 3rd largest country in the world by 2070, it is not Nigeria saying, it's the international community saying Nigeria will be. And therefore, I have a big consumer market. It is independent, it's not coming from Nigeria. If I tell the world that the Nigerian economy is growing at 7%, has grown at 7% average for the last 14 years, you can verify it. If I tell you that Nigeria is growing at 6.5% today, even though the IMF expects to grow by about 7%, it's even conservative compared to what the IMF is saying. If I say Nigeria has 84 million hectares of land where almost everything can grow, you can come and verify. So we have embarked on telling the world our own stories, but using facts and figures and independent international sources. That has taken us over the last 3 years to more than 70 different countries. And it has been a good major investment. And now, all roads lead to Nigeria. So that is one thing we did very well. Number 2 is that everywhere we have been, it's been obvious that our story, the Nigerian story, is compelling. It's a sweet story to tell. And everywhere I have been, there's nowhere I've been that we have not had converse. People who say, well, we didn't know this about Nigeria, now we know this about Nigeria. It was a good investment that is yielding results. The last thing is that investors actually are sophisticated. They are looking at medium to long term. Nobody wants to put money to the real sector and expect money back in the next 2 years. these distractions which we have, to most of them,